We'll start. We'll check. Okay. ठीक है?
Yes, ma'am. हाँ.
Okay. So this book is actually the title of the book is Discipline and Punish.
Explanation.
Okay. The
Hmm.
author is, who is the author? Who is the writer? The author is Foucault.
Foucault.
And the year when it was published was 1975. Okay, so there are four important things
Yes, ma'am.
that you have to take care of. What happens in this book? That this book is a kind of analysis, okay, of the mechanisms behind the
Yes.
changes in the punishment system. Punishment system means penal system. It's called penal system. Okay, so he is trying to say how the punishment, the types of
Hmm.
punishments have changed, okay, from traditional to modern, and he has given examples from France. Okay, the second thing is that he is saying that the prison has become the principal form of punishment. Okay, so now when you have to punish somebody, somebody who has committed crime, you have to put that person in prison. Okay, third thing he has said that why he has analyzed why
Hmm.
prisons were formed. Okay, fourth, now he
Hmm.
has analyzed it further and he has said that this notion of prison is not only confined to the actual prison where criminals are kept. It can be extended to new disciplines. Okay, like schools can also be prisons. Okay, hospitals can also be prisons, and military barracks can
Yes, ma'am.
also be prisons. Okay, so now if we divide the book
Prison.
into main ideas, we can divide it into torture. Okay, first,
Hmm.
are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so first is torture, the main idea. Second idea will be punishment. Okay, third idea will be discipline. Okay, and fourth final idea would be prison. Understood? Now we'll come to all these ideas one by one. Okay, so first one is torture. What is torture actually? Torture is when he, because he has started with the he has given one example. I think when you have started reading, there was one example of violent and public torture of criminals. Remember? Do you remember?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So he said that,
हाँ, ma'am.
yeah, he said that, uh, like in France or in other countries also, earlier there were two forms of penalty. Okay, first was where the criminal was publicly tortured and it was very violent, and it used to happen in mid 18th century. Okay, then it was little bit refined, huh? It was little bit refined, and it was like it was highly regimented for prison inmates uh, in 18th century. Shakil,
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
hey, good afternoon. Okay, so first was in mid 18th century and second was in early 19th century prison.
Hmm.
Okay, now the question he asked was,
Yes, ma'am.
and question you have to ask also is that within a century, like from mid 18th century to early 19th century, what happened that the penal system or punishment system changed so much that first there was violent public torture, and after that criminals were taken to prison. Okay, Shakil, you mute
Yes, ma'am.
Shakil, you mute your microphone. Shakil, mute your microphone.
Hello.
Mute your microphone, not hello.
Okay.
Huh. Okay. So first question is, he asked that why was prison, no, he has left the meeting. Okay. What happened that led to the birth of prison? Like, if you have to publicly torture somebody, you can publicly torture the criminal. Why to make prisons for them? Okay, that was the question. Now, Shakil, okay. Okay, Shakil, are you here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now he has started in the first chapter, he started examining what happened in public torture and execution. Okay. What were the things that we should have to take care of? Okay. So first he argues that when there were publicly the criminals were tortured and execution was done publicly, it was a kind of ceremony for people. Okay. So there were so there were two things. First was intended purposes, okay, and second was unintended consequences. Understood? So some things were intended
Yes,
and
ma'am.
some things were unintended. So what were the intended purposes? So intended purposes were, as I have given here for your reference, intended purposes were to make the secret public. Now what was the secret? The secret was that this person has been punished for these and these crimes. Okay. Now the king or the administration has to make this secret public, and they have to show it to public that this person is being punished for this very crime, okay, which was earlier secret. So this was intended purpose. Second was because the administration wanted to show the public what is the effect of investigation, why have they investigated so much. Okay. So after investigation, they have come to know that this person has
Hello.
committed. Yeah, hello. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Hello.
after this,
Yes,
yeah.
ma'am.
Can you hear me, Shweta? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So,
मैम सुन रही हूँ.
okay. Let me speak. Okay.
मैम बीच में ब्रेक हो जाता है ये.
Okay, wait. So the second thing was that the administration had to show what was the effect of investigation. Okay. So why did they do this kind of elaborate investigation? What was the use of this investigation and all that? Okay. Third was third intended purpose was that they had to reflect the violence of the original crime onto the convict's body for all to see. Like if that criminal, okay, or the convict has done the crime, they had to show that the body of the convict should be also violently tortured. So that violence which the criminal had done had to be shown on the convict's body for everybody to see. Okay?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, fifth intended purpose was that when you are enacting the revenge, there was a revenge. Okay, he has done the crime, so people will ask for the revenge. So, when you are enacting the revenge upon the convict's body, it was shown that the king or the monarch or the administration, they are seeking it, so they have the power. Okay, so they have the power, so they are convicting this person and they are torturing this person. So to show the power of the regime. Okay, this was the fifth intended purpose. Got it? Now these were the intended purposes. Now there were some unintended consequences also. Because when you publicly torture somebody, okay, there are some consequences, some results which will happen without your doing anything. Now, what happened? These consequences, will come to it. Okay, you just see here. Wait. Okay, so first unintended consequence was that when you are publicly torturing a person, you are just providing a forum for the convict's body to become uh, a body with whom some everybody will sympathize and admire.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Okay.
so if somebody is publicly tortured, other people will go, and if they are looking at the body, they will obviously sympathize and admire. So this was unintended consequence. The administration didn't want people to sympathize with the convict, but people did because they are humans. Okay?
Right.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Then the second unintended consequence was that it was like redistributing blame. That means that the person who was executing the torture on the convict, okay, he also becomes a locus of shame. So convict has done the crime, got it? And
Yes,
the
ma'am.
and the executioner also was like he also became a locus of shame because he was also doing some kind of torture or crime on the body of the convict. So it was a kind of redistributing blame on the executioner also. So two people, executioner and the convict, people are trying to blame for the crime or torture, whatever. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay. The unintended consequence was that sometimes it used to happen in those period that public executions often led to riots in support of the prisoners. So the consequence was that it was like creating a site of conflict between the masses and the administration, or masses and the sovereign. So when you are publicly torturing somebody, and some people think that no, this person is not should not be convicted of the crime, or this person is a hero or something, uh, sometimes it led to riots. So it was an unintended consequence. Got it?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
All three? Okay. Now, as you all know, that because this was done, this public torture and execution was a kind of method which was employed by the king or the administration to express what? Express their power. Okay, that we can do it. So we have first had investigation. It's kind of ritual of investigation. Now, then the ceremony of execution. Two things were done.
Okay.
And why was it done like in why was torture made public? Torture was made public because the king wanted to create fear in the people. Okay.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
he also forced them to participate in the method of control by agreeing with its verdicts. It means that they will do it. The king will say that, see, I have convicted this person. This person will undergo torture, and all of you should agree with me. Okay, so this is also a kind of force to let them participate in this method of control which the king is doing. Understood?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. If you don't understand, please tell me. Okay. So as I
Okay.
told you, now also as I told you that this was the intended thing. But what happened? Problems used to happen when people thought that victim is the hero. Okay. Or sometimes what they did, the public, they admired also, and after that they started uh, trying to physically free the criminal. That had
Okay.
also happened at many places. So the administration thought that no, this is not a way to punish. There has to be something, some way to allow for a greater stability. It has to be reformed. Okay, so just keep in mind that whatever reforms came into penal system, it was not because of humanitarian ground.
Okay.
Okay, it was just because the power and the controlling thing was not completely in the hands of the administration, and the cost was very high. Like sometimes, if because of the riots and other things, the administration didn't know how to handle it, so it was like ineffective punishment. So public execution was sometimes like ineffective and non-economical also. Okay, so because of this, there were reforms in the penal system, not because of humanitarian issues. So just keep that
Okay.
in. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we come to the second idea, which is punishment. When Foucault says that because of these things, just remember it, okay? That because of these problems, our penal system or the administration switched to prison. Okay? Mute your Shakil, mute your microphone.
Yes, ma'am.
Shweta, microphone mute.
Ma'am, I don't know how to mute it. No option is there.
There is an option.
Is it muted now?
I'll see, or I will mute you.
Now?
I'll check. Wait. Shakil Ahmad. Yeah, Shweta has already muted. No, yours is not muted. I'll mute you.
Okay.
I'll mute. No, you have to mute yourself. It's okay. I muted you. Okay, thank you. Okay, so the second idea is punishment, which when Foucault says that after this ineffectiveness of public torture, uh, we switched to prison. But this switch to prison was not immediate and sudden, it was graded. Okay, graded means uh, prison was preceded by different forms of public spectacle, like chain gangs is like it's a kind of group of prisoners who are chained together to perform menial or physically challenging work. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sapna had no connection. What? Okay. So, as I was telling you, that the switch to prison was not immediate and sudden; it was graded. Okay. Then punishment became gentle, and as I have told you, that punishment had become gentle not because of humanitarian reasons. It became gentle because of cost ineffectiveness and other reasons. Okay. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, who's there? Sapna. I'm here. Good afternoon.
Afternoon to you too.
Yes, we are in the middle of the lecture. Yes. Okay. So now we have to. Can you see my presentation?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Okay. So now we are moving to discipline. Okay. So as he said that we moved we moved to the birth of prison or emergence of prison, that was a form of punishment. Next. Okay. And in prison the notion of discipline developed. Okay. So for every crime you have to be punished in some way or the other. Okay. Now how do you
Yes, ma'am.
punish? Okay. Now how do you punish? How do you punish? So you take a human body individual and you ask them to perform some task, and they should not deviate from that task, and that is a kind of discipline for them. Okay, so discipline in the form of punishment. Now he extended this idea, prisons idea, disciplines idea, to uh, in this modern industrial age, to factories also, where laborers are there. So laborers are also disciplined to work in the prison of what? Prison of factories. Okay. In the military regiments also, in the military regiments, was what happened? You are disciplined to work in the prison of what? Barracks. Okay, or military. Okay. Now in school classrooms, you are disciplined. Okay, in the prison of school classrooms. Okay, now when you are disciplining these bodies, these individuals, how do you do it? Okay, how do you do it? So you should be able to, the administration or the monarch or the democracy should be able to do a few things. Okay, what? First, they should constantly observe and record the bodies or individuals they control. And second, whenever you are disciplined, it should not come with excessive force, so it should be gentle. You should be punished, you should be disciplined, but through very careful observation. And through this careful observation, you will be molded into bodies, into the exact correct form which this system wants. Okay, understood? And to do this, okay, to construct these bodies, these docile bodies, these individual docile body, to discipline, you require a particular form of institution. And the particular form of institution which he named was prison. Okay, now prison became, so after that, prison became a central means of criminal punishment. Okay, so prison became a part of the larger system to punish. Okay, and as I told you, prison was a part of the network, where I told you it was like school, military institutions, hospitals, factory, all were kinds of prisons for Foucault. Okay, and within that you have to be disciplined, and you cannot deviate from that. So church is also a kind of prison. So you have prison, school, church, workhouse, everything. Understood?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, wait. Wait.